Hello, welcome to HITC Sport. Alright, transfer deadline day is always an opportunity for your club to do something monumentally stupid. It's a panicky day where deals are rushed through at the last minute without any sort of rational thinking. I can't wait for it. I'm going to take a look at every Premier League club, what stupid thing you are going to do on deadline day. And lads, if I predict these right, let's make a deal. If I get at least 5 of these right, correct, spot on, then alright, you have to all go onto my Twitter and tell me what an utter genius I am, right? Right, let's go. Arsenal bid for Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Okay, so far this transfer window, Arsenal fans have been stuck on the couch looking utterly miserable, bearing the facial expression of someone who's just been told to lick peanut butter off their granddad's nose. You know, the one lying in a coffin. Honestly, right now, the typical Arsenal fan is so bored by the nothingness of this transfer window that honestly, they're probably now reduced to just playing Connect 4 with a dog. Anything, just anything to feel alive. I mean, right now, we've got some desperate Arsenal fans getting excited on Twitter because both Alexander Isak and then Januzaj were spotted in London. Yeah, Ivan Toney's at a nightclub in Dubai. I don't think Shabab Al-Ali fans are suddenly getting Tony 9 shirts and choosing to worship a box of Frosties. Anyway, here is the stupidest thing that Arsenal will do tomorrow. Or today, whenever you're watching the video. Listen, they're going to spend the precious final few hours of the transfer window chucking in a limp £45 million bid for Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Do you think a serial winner like Frank Lampard would agree to sanction the sale of the club's best player on his first day in the job? Also, factor in the fact that Calvert-Lewin is injury prone. I mean, who misses 4 months of football due to a fractured toe? And considering the grief and stick Hector Bellerin took from the fans for choosing to dress like a cross-dressing horse, then what do you think the AFTV crowd will make of their new number 9 dressing up like an 80s schoolgirl? Like the sister of Ferris Bueller. Yes, I know that Bellerin always looked a bit like that Britney Spears super fan, but I don't ever remember him donning a mini skirt. Arsenal, do not waste the final few hours of Monday afternoon trying to get this deal done. Because Lampard would rather chew off his ball sack than agree to this. Aston Villa, sell Matty Cash to Atletico Madrid. Yeah, be warned Aston Villa fans. You were going to spend Monday night beating yourself in the face with a kitchen spoon. After all of your brilliant work in the transfer market so far, I just have a feeling we're about to see the first stage of Steven Gerrard being undermined at the last minute. Let's get it right. After the sale of Kieran Trippier to Newcastle, Atletico Madrid are desperate for a right back, especially considering they're playing Manchester United in the Champions League soon. Yes, I know Atletico Madrid are a club who used to be tight with their money, but I think they drowned that illusion in a toilet bowl when they agreed to pay over £100 million for a teenage boy. So listen lads, I just have a feeling that the desperate Atleti Chiefs will spend Monday afternoon chewing on their microwave chicken nuggets with sweat running down their nose before desperately faxing a £50 million bid to Villa. I mean, for Matty Cash, this is a no-brainer. He can single-handedly reinvent himself. I mean, it seems like 5 minutes ago, he was just some scruffy Nottingham Forest fullback who was about 12th choice in the England pecking order. But suddenly, he's now an international right back chucking in crosses for Robert Lewandowski at the next World Cup, and now could be playing Champions League football for the champions of Spain. All he's got to do is shave his head and change his passport name to Matois, and suddenly, you've officially reinvented yourself as a potentially world-class right back. He will want this move, and I have a feeling that Villa will cave at the last minute. I mean, Callum Chambers can play right back instead, and yeah, both Villa and Atletico will take the cash. Brentford not signing Christian Eriksen. The longer this Christian Eriksen deal drags on, the less confident I am that he's actually going to wind up a Brentford player. It's been 3 weeks now, and nothing. It's official. I think Christian Eriksen has ghosted the club. I mean, to me, signing an international class act like Eriksen at 29 on a free transfer is a no-brainer. But to me, I don't think this is going to happen. I think Eriksen's going to ditch them at the altar. He's not actually going to leave Ajax anytime soon, and this is not going to happen. Listen, let's make a deal, okay? If Eriksen is unveiled in a Brentford shirt on Monday afternoon, then fine, I will eat an entire birthday cake off a toilet seat. But it's not going to happen, is it? And for Brentford, that could be the difference between staying up and going down. Brighton signing Dennis Undav. I swear, Brighton are only stiffier on this transfer to cement themselves as a modern day hipster club. Graham Potter, I realise Brighton need goals, but how difficult is it to just go out and sign someone proven in English football? Here you farmed out Aaron Connolly alone to Middlesbrough. Fine, no complaints here. He's about as dangerous as a pancake dipped in sheep piss. But I'm sorry, a £7 million deal for Dennis Undav. A 25-year-old German striker who, yes, has 17 goals in 19 games this season, but they're for Union SG on the outskirts of Brussels. I'm convinced the only possible reason you are signing this guy is because his Belgian club, Union SG, are also owned by Tony Bloom. I guess they are to you now what Udinese is to Watford. I mean, this reminds me of 2 years ago when Norwich City wrapped up the mid-season signing of Daniel Sinani. Yes, another goal machine centre forward in the Luxembourg League. I mean, in English football, he's had the impact of a squash bag of Skittles. Honestly, Undab, if he scores 5 Premier League goals this season, I will eat 3 slices of toast out of a cat's litter tray. Burnley botching the WOUT WEGHORST deal. How often do transfers break down at the last minute? Very rarely. So if this prediction actually comes off, then I'm sorry. I will look like an utter genius, like that fat oracle out of the Matrix films. Let's be real, if Burnley managed to pull the rabbit out of the hat and actually managed to replace Chris Wood with WOUT WEGHORST, I can't begin to describe what a coup this is. And basically, a middle finger into the face of Eddie Howe. I'm sorry, but last season, WEGHORST looked like the modern day Klaus-Jan Huntelaar, a Dutch centre forward with 63 goals in 120 games for Wolfsburg. He makes his predecessor Chris Wood look like that tin can man from The Wizard of Oz. Last year, this guy was talking up a move to Arsenal. I'm sorry, this move to Burnley is going to collapse at the 11th hour. Sean Dyche is going to make the stupid mistake of giving this man a tour of the training ground. I mean, he's going to walk into the Burnley canteen and quickly realise the toilets don't flush, that the likes of Dwight McNeil and Ben Mee have to make in a corner on the floor. He's going to sniff the stale smell of hamburger meat and armpit sweat at Turf Moor. And trust me, just like Miroslav Orsic, he's going to change his mind. You're about to join a club who offers 6-month deals to Peter Crouch, the side of a prolific European goal machine holding up a Burnley shirt. No, I'm sorry, I refuse to believe this will happen. Surely he's more likely to sign for Sean the Sheep than Sean Dyche. I mean, this would be like peak Kevin Karani signing for Wigan. Just no, trust me, this will collapse on Monday. Chelsea signing Ousmane Dembele. Don't do it, Shaw. I know they will do it. Similar to Ricardo Quaresma, Alexander Pato and Gonzalo Higuain, here is another big name in football, Ousmane Dembele, a Barcelona contract rebel who that club are desperate to flush out the toilet. I can see a cut price £10 million deal being struck at Chelsea on Monday evening, reuniting Thomas Tuchel with Dembele, but trust me, do not do it. I mean, Chelsea fans will be getting excited, right? Never before has this club signed a footballer who once cost over £100 million. But trust me, this will be a disaster, and if this happens, then the temperamental Callum Hudson-Odoi is once again going to be crying down the phone to Bayern Munich. Crystal Palace wasting their time at Eddie Nketiah. Crystal Palace, please stop wasting your time. Your precious time by trying to sign Eddie Nketiah. It's clear for whatever reason, Arsenal don't want to sell you him, and Nketiah has repeatedly rejected Sellers Park, so no, leave it, just leave it. For the sake of your dignity, just stop. I have a feeling Palace will chuck in another bid for Nketiah tomorrow. It'll be rejected again, meaning you'll be rejected by both player and club for about the 5th time in 6 months, which honestly is just embarrassing for your reputation as a club. Everton, the Dele Alli loan. So apparently Frank Lampard thinks that he can resurrect the career of Dele Alli. He thinks he can succeed where both Jose Mourinho and Antonio Conte failed. I'm sorry, is this an ego thing? Or is it just like that deluded girlfriend who thinks she can change her troubled boyfriend? You know, the one who keeps burning down his neighbor's flat, the one who drowns stray cats in the sink. Dele Alli's career is dead in a ditch, but clearly the issue, it's not coaching, it's himself. Just like Ross Barkley, the eye of the tiger is gone. His motivation and hunger for the sport died in a bush after that Champions League final. I can smell this already. Lampard will sniff out a last-minute loan deal for Ali about 45 minutes before the deadline shuts. Sure, the Everton Twitter admin will have a field day, chucking up a compilation package of his best goals, but in reality, you are signing a slow, sluggish has-been with the midfield presence of Dobby the house elf. This will be like Davy Klaassen all over again. So disappointing. Don't do it. Leeds, nothing. The worst thing Leeds can do tomorrow is nothing. Clearly you need to bolster your squad with new signings, and so far, nothing. Just gonna be a very disappointing day. Leicester, Boubacar Kouyate bid. Again, Leicester fans would also love to sign a few players tomorrow, but I think the only thing you're gonna do is chuck in a meek half-hearted £10 million bid for a 24-year-old Mali centre-half, Boubacar Kouyate from Metz. You'll see a weak half-hearted bid rejected. There'll be no second bids. Just a waste of time. Liverpool not selling Takumi Minamino. Liverpool's biggest mistake tomorrow will be refusing to sell Takumi Minamino. I'm sorry, but you just netted Luis Diaz from Porto. Why are you refusing to sell this man to Leeds? This guy is a 27-year-old Japan international. He needs game time, but also big picture. Minamino will do a lot more damage to your title rivals playing under Bielsa at Ellen Road than wasting away in the Anfield attic. Manchester United, Tottenham, Chelsea and Man City all have to travel to Ellen Road. I guarantee you, seeing them face a maverick, a Japanese weapon like Minamino, especially when they're doubling up with Rafinha, he will hurt them and cost them points. I guarantee you that. He is a weapon. Sell him to Leeds. But Jurgen Klopp isn't going to do that, and yeah, it'll be a stupid mistake. Man City signing Julian Alvarez. Yeah, this will be officially confirmed on deadline day. A £20 million swoop for River Plate wonder kid Julian Alvarez. Listen, I know City have form for signing South American superstars, but their luck has to run out sometime. I'll admit it, 5 years ago I thought Gabriel Jesus would be a flop. I mean, he was a raw teenage boy leaving Palmeiras in Brazil for some flat and rainy Manchester. And I'm sorry, he was joining in January. Getting off that plane in snow. Surprised he didn't burst out crying on the spot. But I'm sorry, the success of Jesus was an anomaly. I am fully expecting Julian Alvarez to eventually be a homesick waste of time. He won't settle in Manchester. Will mostly trudge about the Etihad pitch, looking like he's just watched his dog get obliterated by a bus. It will be a miserable experience for him. Trust me, within 18 months, he's going to be sold to some La Liga club, probably Sevilla, to replace Anthony Martial. Honestly, watch this space. He's going to be a flop. Man United not getting rid of Phil Jones.
Manchester United are prepared to accept Bordeaux loan deal for Phil Jones. It's now up to the player for final green light to complete the deal soon. Bordeaux are confident as they're not paying any loan fee.
Lad, Phil Jones playing in France? I'm sorry, no, what is this? This should be like seeing one of the orcs of The Hobbit eating croissants at a coffee shop outside the Eiffel Tower. It just doesn't really fit. But let's be real, Jones needs this move. And replacing Laurent Koscielny at the heart of Bordeaux's defence, this would be a brilliant transfer for him. And Manchester United need to make it happen. But they won't. I know they won't. Jones will once again get cold feet, just like when he said no to Stoke in 2016. He doesn't want to have to go and live in France. And Man United will just accept his decision. They won't push him. No, you need to push him for his own good. Don't agree to just let him rot away like an uneaten ice cream covered in flies. Bordeaux want Jones. Honestly, I don't care. Ralph Ranick. Do what you have to do. If that involves threatening to cut off his ear with a pair of scissors, do it. If that involves shoving bags of your own poo through his letterbox, do it. You need to give him the push that he needs. His contract is up in 2023. If he plays out of his skin for Bordeaux, if he keeps fit and helps him stay up, avoid relegation, you can realistically charge £15 million for him in the summer, which means that after 11 years, you could virtually, somehow, get the money back you once paid Blackburn Rovers. That would be mental. Just force him to get on that plane to France. But you won't. I know you won't. He'll turn down the deal, and that'll be that. Just back to 6 more months of warming the bench. Meaning that if you wanted to sell him in the summer, you'd be lucky to get 3 crisp sandwiches and a melted ice cream cone. Newcastle not signing a centre back. Worst thing Newcastle United could do right now is not sign a centre back. Yes, it's all well and good signing nice fancy Brazilian toys from France, but I'm sorry, let's not forget their defence this season has mostly looked like a meatball sundae of utter drunken chaos. I know they're bringing in Dan Burn from Brighton, but that is not enough. Honestly, if Burn is the only centre back signing tomorrow, Newcastle are in trouble. Norwich loaning Todd Cantwell to Bournemouth. I don't know what's going wrong for Todd Cantwell at Norwich. But now, he's been offered to Olympiacos and Granada. And trust me, by tomorrow afternoon, he will be unveiled as a Bournemouth player on loan. And then instantly pull the strings in midfield for Scott Parker's men as they win the championship, while Norwich, with all the creativity of a crippled snowman, will wind up relegated. And this will look very stupid. Southampton signing Sam Johnstone. Listen, I know what's going to happen tomorrow. Tomorrow, Southampton are going to type a £15 million deal for West Brom one-to-way goalkeeper Sam Johnstone. And you think, brilliant signing, right? He was excellent last season. I don't know why, but this man has Jack Butland stamped all over his face. I have a feeling that relegation would have crippled his confidence. He'd have seen a big club like Arsenal come in for Aaron Ramsdale, while no one bothered to give him a phone call. Just like Jack Butland, who nobody rescued after relegation with Stoke, his confidence is going to be done. And this, it's going to be a massive flop. Tottenham signing Alvaro Morata on loan. Can anyone smell that? Yeah, it's the faint stench of Tottenham panicantly loaning in Alvaro Morata from Atletico Madrid. Because weirdly, Antonio Conte has a strange relationship with that man.
Antonio Conte, any father would be happy to see Alvaro Morata marry their daughter.
Bit weird. Listen, I can see Tottenham just signing Morata because they can't get anyone else, but where is he going to play? On the left wing? Behind Harry Kane as the second striker? And let's not forget, he's already been a Premier League flop. I mean, aside from that one game at Stoke, every time he was in a Chelsea shirt, he mostly looked like a headless mannequin. This is going to be a disaster. I just know it is. Watford signing Ashley Young. I think tomorrow Roy Hodgson will bring Ashley Young back to Watford in such a pointless, needless transfer. This guy is going to be a £1 million buy from Aston Villa tomorrow, but honestly, he turns 37 in July. He's a footballer who's already walked out on Watford halfway through a relegation battle back in 2007. He's a player who actively celebrated Manchester United goals scored on your ground, and he even turned you down in the summer to re-sign at Villa Park. He has disrespected your club many times. He does not deserve a Watford homecoming. Hodgson, don't do this! West Ham not signing Jesse Lingard. I'm gonna say it, West Ham have not tried hard enough to re-sign Jesse Lingard. And that is probably going to cost you the top 4. Wolves signing Aaron Ramsey on loan. Okay, right now people are saying that Burnley are in pole position to sign Aaron Ramsey on loan from Juventus. I'm sorry, what a load of other donkey knob. A man earning £400,000 a week is not suddenly going to sign for the team bottom of the Premier League. Not when he's only 31, but he has to go somewhere, and I think it'll be a shock deadline day switch to Molyneux. But again, the man has made a set of tape. Will just spend most of his time rotting in the treatment room, and this will be another stupid mistake. Anyway, that's for this video. What do you think? Alright, let me know. What is the stupid thing your club is going to do in the transfer window? Let me know in the comments below. Enjoy the video. Don't forget to subscribe, and as always, I'll talk to you in a while.